Hi, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mariana and I'm an actress, writer, director, and in this channel I share a bit about myself, about my work, and also books that I read and things that I like. You might have already seen some of my videos, specifically videos related to my book, Scarlet, which was published by my own company, AHOSS, in last October 2024. I made a couple of videos speaking about my video and what you can find in it, but I thought that I can share a bit more background information about the book and the character that you will find, specifically by looking at the main families that you will find in the first book. There will be in fact more families and more characters coming up in the second one, which is currently being edited, but obviously that will be a bit of a spoiler for the future. So for today we are actually going to meet the first family of my book, which is also the main protagonist family. A House Scarlet over here is a urban fantasy coming-of-age story that follows the adventure of Veronika. Veronika, my main character, is a huntress in training, or better say, a huntress who's almost ready to join the rest of the huntresses officially and pretty much protect the human world from creatures such as vampires, werewolves, and similar. In Veronika, over here, as I say, is an huntress in training, almost ready to join the hunters. That's because she's almost 21, and at 21 she will finally join the group, basically pass a couple of trials, a couple of specific ceremony, and she will join the hunters and go out in the world. Her family is fairly small, so I think this video might be quite short, but also I think it might, because I do tend to speak quite a lot, as you can notice, which means that this video might actually be way longer than expected. So the first character that you will see is Veronika, over here. Now, don't let this look sort of make a fool of you. She is a mess. She looks really, really good at her job, really serious. She's a mess. When I say that she's a mess, and she's a menace. She will ruin each and every one of your plan, even though she might not want to. Her parents are Henry and Lila. You need to know a bit about Lila to understand how Veronika was raised. Lila has always been a really good hunter, and she was really talented and one of the best of her generation. The problem was also that her family died, all of her family, due to a vampire attack. And because of that, she ended up sort of leaving her job, leaving her path as an hunter the moment she discovered that she was pregnant with Veronika. And that has influenced how Veronika was raised, because Veronika has a huge bond with her mom, and she was also deeply trying to protect her from the council, which is, you might imagine, as a sort of hunter government, so to say. On her side, there's Henry. Henry is another really talented hunter, and someone who Veronika has always seen as being deeply in love with her mom. She has always sort of loved the relationship, loved the fact that, her father was always really sweet with her mom and he never pushed her to travel and leave the house and just go back to being an hunter. The fact is that also Henry is spending a lot of time away from their family house. He's an hunter, and because of that he's always sent out to mission, which means that both Veronika and Lila don't really see him a lot. And that has also influenced Veronika in the way that she understands how the moment she will become an hunter, she also will not have a chance to see her family a lot, or her friends, or people that she loves, pretty much. The main sort of family, it's basically just that, Lila, Henry, and Veronika. Lila, in fact, didn't want another child. She was thinking of having another one again. She was really strict in only having one kid, which was kind of like a mistake already. It was already kind of an accident, and she didn't want to have another child, and knowing that that child would be put at risk again the moment they would have to join the hunters and train and all of this. While Henry was a supportive husband in a way that he never forced Lila to join the hunters again, he was also really hunter father with Veronika. He never shied away from their word, which means that Veronika has also learned a lot of what it means to be an hunter and huntress from her father. It's also quite interesting how Veronika is the only child, because Lila's family was at the very least pretty much bigger than just one child. As I say, Lila has lost a lot of her family member, and all of her family member, and in fact she had a big family comprised of multiple siblings. Here we have Marcus and Veronika. My guess where Veronika took her name. They were both raised by Colette and Marcus Senior Lancaster. Again, really famous hunter, or at the very least really good at their job, which came with a shock the moment Lila again decided to leave the job and just move away from being a hunter. His father's family, so Henry's family, instead is being much more strict and serious about their job. You have Henry and you have Clarissa, Veronica's aunt, and that's all the siblings, all the children that basically the family ever had. In charge of the Howard's family, so in charge of Henry's family, was Jack and Deborah, also really good hunters. Now there's a trick. As I say, Lila's family has been really sweet in a way, and even though Veronica's never met, it was also really clear that they were really good parents. On the side, Veronica's great parents that are still alive, so Henry's father and mother, are just slightly different. They consider the hunter's world as way more important, the hunter family as way more important, the hunter path, their life, the challenge, everything that they do is much more important than everything else. You have to consider all of these elements when you will meet Veronika, and you will read about her, which you will if you want, in Scarlet, with the second book possibly coming out at the end of this year. It's in editing process, which means that, fingers crossed, end of the year we will get book 2. And you will need to, I think, remember about those details a lot when you read the book, because they are also kind of influencing on how Veronika will see the world and will see what will happen around her. Yes. So, if you're interested in urban fantasy, if you're interested in characters that are 21 plus of age, old, they're adult. If you're interested in slow burn that are super slow, in books that have romance, but romance is sort of like a subplot and it's not like a main part of the story. If you're interested in found family trope, if you're interested in pretty much characters who are imperfect, if you're into female main character who will sometimes manage to save the situation and sometimes they manage to just make a mess, then this book might be for you. House of Scarlet Soul, and today's family is the Howard's family, so Veronika's family. Tomorrow's video, or at the very least the next video that I will publish, not punish, will be on Calais family. So stay tuned to see more about it. Bye!